I'm Georgia Lieneman and welcome to the last edition of 5 at 5 for 2019. New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian yesterday called a state of emergency across New South Wales for the next 7 days in response to extreme weather conditions that threaten to exacerbate the bushfires. Temperatures yesterday rose to over 40 degrees and are forecast to reach those levels again on Saturday. The fires were also in the sights of opposition leader Jodi Mackay, who travelled up to Mangrove Mountain earlier this week to assess conditions and speak with the fireys. Mackay was critical of the government's handling of the fires and insisted they call in the army to support the RFS with transport and logistics.
One is I question how this is going to be maintained because we could be looking at this until February, March, even beyond that, which is when we are likely to get rain, but there's no guarantee. The second issue for me is I don't understand why we aren't seeing more of our defence personnel. So our defence personnel don't fight fires, but they do come in with logistics and support. So they can do what Lisa has been talking about. They can clear fire trails, they can provide water, they can help people just clear their yards. You know, there's a whole lot of work they can do. They can feed people, volunteers.
Council rejected a rescission motion brought by Councillor Greg Best on Monday night that would have led to a new motion to move immediately to level 2 water restrictions on the Central Coast. Councillor Best, who expressed grave concerns about a major loss of water over the summer holiday period, sought to overturn Council's previous resolution on the matter, but after a very fiery encounter, Mayor Lisa Matthews shut down the debate and forced the matter to a vote. All Labor councillors voted as a bloc and, together with independents Jane Smith and Louisa Greenaway, voted to turn down the rescission motion. During the meeting, council staff confirmed that the coast is now pumping 13 million litres a day to the Hunter. Councillor Best stated he would approach the state government to take over management of the Central Coast water.
What happened on Monday night was several councillors called an extraordinary meeting to have their rescission heard. When the meeting took place, it was shortened, it was shut down because there is a rule that says after 2 speakers for and 2 against, they can close the debate. I supported the rescission, but I didn't support the initiative of changing our level restrictions. What I supported the rescission was to allow us to have the conversation to debunk some of the comments that are being made. For every 1,000 people here on the Central Coast, we use about 1.79 million litres of water for every 1,000 people. Down in Sydney, they use about 2.3 million litres for every 1,000 people, whilst up in the Hunter, it's 3.6 million litres of water for every 1,000 people. So that tells you one thing. The people here on the Central Coast are very good. The only time we get these spikes at times is, yes, with hot weather, but also when there's panic caused, when there's misinformation going out there. And that's why on the night I wanted to get that information out. Congratulate the people. Keep up the good work. Keep trying to head for that 150 litres per day per person. That's where we need to go.
Council this week launched its free Park and Ride Gosford CBD shuttle bus service on Monday, aimed at relieving parking congestion in the city centre. The shuttle service will ferry motorists from parking facilities at Adcock Park and Racecourse Road to major points within the city centre. The service is free and will run weekdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m, running every 10 minutes at peak times and every 20 minutes at other times. Our video crew took a ride on the shuttle earlier today, and it seems that most of the Central Coast has not yet got the memo.
We are at the new commuter/CBD car park on the outskirts of Gosford along Showground Road. The Mayor was here yesterday opening this new car park with over 150 new car parks. However, the commuters and the users of parking in the Gosford CBD and the hospital haven't quite worked it out just yet.
MP Adam Crouch was this week appointed Parliamentary Secretary for the Central Coast. The parliamentary secretary position was abolished earlier in the year with the retirement of Scott McDonald, who had held the joint Hunter and Central Coast parliamentary secretary position for 4 years. Wyong MP David Harris has been Labor's shadow minister for the Central Coast for 4 years and will now have a government counterpart in state parliament to debate with. Coast Community News spoke with Adam Crouch about his appointment earlier today.
Oh, look, I'm obviously delighted. I'm pleased, humbled that the Premier has seen fit to appoint me to this position. Obviously, I'm very passionate about the Central Coast, as everybody knows, and to be able to be that single strong voice inside the highest levels of government for our region is a great honour. We are a very important region, but Council has to partner with state government constructively to deliver infrastructure from one end to the other. You know, we don't want to see a repeat of the arguments like we had over the dredging, Winnie Bay and other projects like that. These are multi-million-dollar investments which the state governments were happy to work with. And it's not just the state government, it's the federal government as well. When all three levels of government work together, everybody benefits.
Gosford High School has again proved itself as an educational leader on the coast, being the only one to produce a first-in-course ranked student, with not one but two of its leavers achieving a first-in-course in the 2019 HSC. Olivia Russell, who is hoping to be accepted into the University of New South Wales, topped the state in French beginners with a perfect score of 100, and Patrick Fang also scored 100 in topping the state in mathematics. Fang is in fact a Year 11 student who elected to sit his final maths exam this year. He told us that having just one subject to study for this time around helped him to focus his study time. And in sport, the Central Coast Mariners suffered a narrow 1-0 loss to A-League leaders Sydney last weekend. Mariners coach Alan Stachich made 3 changes going into the match, with Yoon Sun Kim captaining the side in place of Tommy Orr and top scorer Milan Djuric returning after 2 weeks on the bench. New signing Jair also made his full debut for the Yellow and Navy in place of Matt Simon. Djuric had an opportunity to level from a free kick outside the area, but his dipping effort was smothered by Redmayne, denying the Serbian his 4th goal of the season.
Healthy one though. Quickly taken, Ryan Grant on the right hand side. Sydney FC in front already. It's on that, it's Milan Djuric, who's got a sweet right foot I should say, out it pops for Danny De Silva. It's a really good stop. Galafoko. Again, the Mariners working this nicely. Silvera and Jair. That was the chance for them. Even from this angle, Lisby runs over it. Milan Djuric going for that near post. Now, had plenty of dip.
At the moment, it's the Mariners who are really pushing.
It's Ziggy Gordon and Redmayne forced into a save.
The wrong decision. That is the right decision. Looked up, saw Galafuoco flying into the box.
The blue and yellow colours of Beachwater Polo 4s have brightened up Terrigal Haven for the first time ever last Sunday. 14 teams from all around New South Wales were vying to be the champions of their respective divisions on a beautiful December day. In the women's final, local team the Cacks won in straight sets, while in the men's, Dad's Army proved too strong. Local Jai McNamara, who was in the losing final team, claimed he was distracted by a large bull ray swimming beneath him. Organiser Scott Nicholson said the event was well supported by Central Coast Council and the local water polo community, and they will be back next year. The sound of Christmas carols are alive and well across the region, with both small and larger public events filling the air with goodwill. The weekend will see the Central Coast Stadium play host, and on Christmas Eve the Gosford Uniting Church will fill Kibble Park with merry tones. One of our readers picked up this delightful display of community spirit inside a local shopping centre this week. Well, that's all for this week's 5 at 5. All our scripts and archives are available at our website, and follow our YouTube channel for instant updates. Have a very Merry Christmas and New Year period, and we'll be taking a short break, so we'll see you in the new year in 2020.